The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And his first look is incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Goff on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let me say, five.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front.
Touchdown! Jamison Williams, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Cowboys, nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 32 on the play.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And Shark hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On first down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Listen.
On 2nd down, Swift. And room there to work it inside the 25. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal.
They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hold on. Check this.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
One out. Whirling. We go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Cut.
first down, gone. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Prescott from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 9, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well,
their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
A first down carry by Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill! 47!
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here we go. Go, come on, go. 2 for 1.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Brought down at the 20.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 20-yard line.
Second down and 8.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. An extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd and 10, Goff.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a first down throw. Goff.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. Play action. It's Goff. Man open left side. It's Williams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
We're good. We're good. 2 for 1.
Here's Goff.
Right side to Williams.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cowboys 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the heart of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They go to Elliott again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Elliott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
On play action, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Peyton Hendershot from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now it's gone.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Goff.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
I think a free play now for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Elliott running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they take a knee. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.